What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday to my brave sisters out there. Thank you for joining us as we start our day with God. We end our day with God, and I'm super excited that I get to end my day with you guys. I have an awesome person with me. I got Pastor Taylor here.
Hey.
How you doing, Pastor
I'm
Taylor?
doing
Listen, it's
good.
frigid outside.
It is very cold. Yeah.
Frigid. No,
Yes.
do people still use that word?
I do. I actually used it in a message not so long ago. I was like, it's pretty frigid out here. They thought I was weird, but
Ain't nobody
I say
use that word no more. Do you guys use that word? What's up, ladies? I see you guys jumping on. Hey, it's cold. Schools have been closed, but that doesn't stop me from coming out to make sure that I meet with my brave sisters on tonight. It's super weird to say Happy Tuesday. We've been saying Happy Wednesday for so long. So this transition, I'm gonna ask you guys for help. PT, you're gonna help me out because I'm not used to singing Happy Tuesday, but I'm going to sing it anyways. You ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy Tuesday to ya. Happy Tuesday to ya. Happy Tuesday. Hey, we start our day with God and we end our day with God. And I'm glad that you guys are jumping in the chats as we end our day. Before we jumped on, it was funny. It was hilarious because we were talking about how close Pastor Taylor sits when she drives.
I like to sit
the
up.
Steering wheel is like super close to your chest. Like, do you guys drive like that? I'm a lean back girl.
She
like, if I'm
leans
just
all
gonna
the way
lean
back.
all the way back,
All the way back.
I just want to have one hand, not even on the top of the steering wheel. I want to have it at the bottom.
Yes.
And I just want to lean back and chill because when I'm in my car, I'm in relax mode. See? I don't want tension. I don't want to be 10 and 2.
I just enjoy
10 and 2.
sitting
Make sure
up.
your hands at 10 and 2. Ain't nobody got time for that.
And I told her I'm a little bit shorter. I'm a little short.
You are short.
See, exactly. So I can't
I'm glad you
all
own
the way
it.
back.
You own it. That's so amazing.
Yes.
There's so many sisters out there. Own it. If you short, own it.
It's
y'all.
okay because then people just help you all the time. So it's helpful.
Wow. As you're jumping in, make sure you like and subscribe. Come on. What are you waiting for? Like and subscribe, and share the message. I'm hoping that this message will empower you because that's what the whole point of this is. If you leave the same, what is the point? You need to be empowered. You need to be changed. There needs to be transformation that takes place. There needs to be a light bulb that goes off in your head and be like, ding, ding, ding. Mm-hmm. Wow, I needed that, right? So today we are just really talking about, what are we talking about?
We're talking about being in the moment.
Being in the moment, being in this moment, being present, being here. We're here right now. Mm-hmm. Are you guys here right now? I see y'all ladies. You guys here? I see you guys in the chat. So I'm assuming that you guys are all here and you're present. You might be washing the dishes, doing your laundry. Maybe you're laying in bed. That's okay. But you're present. You're listening. You're tuning in. I'm just going to jump right in today. I'm not going to dilly-dally. I was reading Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1, ladies. And it says, for everything, there's a season and a time for every matter under the sun. Are you carrying the weight of the past or fearing what's ahead?
That's good.
Because a lot of times we live in that in-between stage where we're fearing what's in front of us, but we're carrying this heavy weight of drama, of stress, of whatever it is from our past, that it's just leaving us in this in-between land.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I would agree because sometimes there's these things that's just like, well, I made this mistake in the past, so I'm not even going to try to do it again, if that makes sense. Yeah. I feel like I've run into that sometimes to where I'm just like, well, this is how, instead of learning from my mistake, I kind of just be like, I'm not going to try that again. That's okay because it didn't go my way the first time. So why would I try it again?
Yeah.
And so sometimes you're in that conundrum where because of even like past relationships, it's just like you've been in past relationships and it didn't end the way that you thought it would be, that you thought it would go. And you're like, I don't want to be in another relationship again. Like, or I'm not going to date that type of person again, if that makes sense. Like, based off of the way that they look,
based off of that one mistake.
Yes, yeah.
That one mistake. You guys made mistakes before.
Exactly.
Y'all had that one that you're like, why did I do that? That was dumb.
But then you're just like, I'm shutting it down. I'm never dating again.
Yeah.
But it's just like, well, is that the be all though?
Yeah, it's like just holding you back from more. Even thinking about like literally as I'm looking at my notes, for the podcast, I'm like, am I living in this moment and just soaking it all in and being able to read the comments, or am I too focused on what's next? What's next? Yeah. What's the next question? What's the next point? Or am I just allowing myself to be in this moment, right? And be intentional with you and be intentional with the ladies that are online and jumping in. Like, I see y'all talking. Hold on, Amy said something. I'm just gonna read it. I don't know what she said, but I'm gonna read it anyways.
What did she say?
Why is my screen so tiny? It says, I find I let myself get into that cycle of once we get through this, or next month this will happen, and miss the beauty of life now. That is good. Yes. Amy, literally, you just took a chunk of my notes and everything that I had in my notes, and you just put it on the screen.
Exactly.
You were all up in my notes. Like, you didn't even care to say, you know what, PC, you go ahead and teach. You said, I'm going to teach it my damn self, right? But Amy just went ahead and just put it out there. Like, she literally said, and miss the beauty of the light of life now, right? What's holding you back from living fully in the moment? And I'm asking you ladies that. I want to ask you PT as well, because this is a conversation, but what is holding you back from living fully in the moment? What's preventing you from fully living in the moment?
Yeah, a lot of the time, honestly, I just get in my head about, I overthink things. Like especially in my leadership, the self-doubt starts to creep in very heavily. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not able to do this. There's no way that I'm able to do any of the things. How in the world can I lead this person when they're older than me, or they have more experience than me? Yeah. Or it's just like, you're this young person. Nobody's ever going to like listen to you. Like, so self-doubt really, it allows me it doesn't allow me to fully be present with the people that I'm talking to. Yeah. Like, even when I'm trying to have a conversation with someone, I'm just like in my head, like, what are they thinking about me? Like, maybe they think I'm weird. Maybe they think I'm stupid. Maybe they don't think that I even know what I'm talking about right now. So all these things I'm thinking of while I'm trying to have a conversation with them, instead of actually trying to hear whatever it is that they're trying to tell me.
And that's so weird that we allow our mind to self-sabotage.
Yes.
Our experience of the now.
Exactly.
Really, because a lot of the conversation that we're supposed to be having outwards, it's almost like an input-output thing, right? Yeah. We're focused on, we're supposed to be focused on the input. What am I putting into this conversation? What am I giving? But in our mind is so wanting to be on the output. What are they experiencing? Am I saying it right? Did I say the right word? Yes. Did I come across well? Our mind is so focused on the output of things instead of almost living in the input, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
Like, hey, this is what I'm sharing. This is how I'm loving on somebody. This is the knowledge I have. This is the wisdom I have.
Yes. And the very thing that I don't want to create, I end up creating.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, so yes, now you do sound silly because you're all mumble jumbled because you're so focused on your self-doubt.
And then you just go back and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, are you dumb? Like, why did you do that? Like, why were you so in your head about everything? And it was such a beautiful conversation, but I fully wasn't in it because I was too busy of thinking about the outcome, thinking about the future of it, the anxiety of the future, or the depression of the past, right? The daily struggles of that. How easy is it to get stuck in the depression of the past and the anxiety of the future? It's super easy. Exactly. It's super easy to get stuck in that. That same mindset or thinking of yo, that crap that happened in the past, like, why did I have to go through that? And it's like, yeah, it's in the past, but it's almost like it's chained to us.
Yes.
So we can't move forward. But even in the moving forward, we're worried about what it looks like for the future.
For it to be cut off. Yeah.
So we're in this waiting period of not moving instead of realizing that this in-between stage can be a stepping stone to my future. I could be learning something right here and right now.
Yes.
PT, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever had a moment where you struggled with being fully present at church?
At church, I would have to say yes. Because obviously when we're here typically at church, you know, I'm usually running around doing all the things and everything. But I feel like there are moments when I'm actually able to just sit in service and just listen to the message, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not, because I'm so focused on, okay, did so-and-so do this? Did they do this? But I know that my team has it. I know that they have it covered. But yet and still, I'm so focused and so worried about like, are they doing the things that they need to do?
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And so sometimes I'm not fully present even in that moment, or even when I'm having conversations with people here at church.
Yeah.
I'm not always fully present. I'm just like, okay, yeah, it's nice to meet you. Okay, going on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Instead of it actually being real with the person that I'm having the conversation with sometimes. So I know that happens.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Kimberly said something. She said, I try to think about what have I learned from this situation. So when I look back, I'm reminding myself that was terrible, but I learned not last. What does the last part say? Oh, not lost. Sorry. Can you guys make the screen a little bit bigger so I could read them? Thank you, production team.
Yes.
You guys are awesome. I love you guys. They're behind the scenes. You guys don't get to see them. Hi, Carly.
Yes. This is me clapping.
Hi, Chizoma. I got amazing production team. Hi, babe. My husband's here too. But so on Thursday, let me tell you what happened. Can I be authentic and real with you guys?
Go ahead.
I try to be real and authentic. On Thursday, we have something at our worship team has something every third Thursday. And we get to come together as a team and not just rehearse, but we get to learn our skill. We get to talk. We get to do deep devotions with each other. And on Thursday, I realized, like, because we were asking for prayer. And one of the things I asked for, I said, can you guys pray that I see people, and not just in that term of seeing, I want to see in and through them. Like, I don't want to just constantly be my mind on the next thing that I have to do. Like, hey, let's hurry up with this group meeting that we have because we have rehearsal. We have 3 songs to do. It's getting late. Look at the time. And like, being present, I want to see people. I want to see people. I want to know what they're going through. I want to know what they're feeling, how they're doing. Like, I don't want to just move past that moment. And I remember Dustin, one of our amazing bassists, was just shared a quote that he said. It was amazing. Hold on, let me see if I have it. I probably didn't even put it down. Gosh darn it. It was literally saying, be present in the moment. Stop worrying about the depression of the past or anxiety of the future. And literally when he said that, and I literally told him, send that to me. And I'll quote it better. I'll put it in the comments later on, but I told him, send it to me. Why? Because I was like, I need this to be set in my heart and my mind. I want this to be part of our culture where we're not focused on what happened in the past. We're not, we're not in anxiety and negativity of the future, right? And thinking that, oh, things are going to be hard. What if? And all these fears, but we are fully present in the moment. And when I tell you, when we had rehearsal that night, it was something so superly, I'm making up words now. It was something so amazingly beautiful because we were present. We didn't care about the time. We didn't care about what songs next. We just sat in that moment. That's and beautiful. It was something. And I said, I I want to repeat this every single time we have rehearsal. I don't even want to repeat it just at rehearsals. I want this to be something that is in my mind, right? And what does that look like to be fully present?
Mm-hmm. I feel like for me, I've been able to actually experience this with being a new mom because, you know, I have a son, he's 4 months now, and I'm telling you, if you don't have a child, they slow you down. Okay. But honestly, when I was on maternity leave, like I was honestly essentially like kind of forced to be like, let's stop and focus on my son but it was so beautiful because then I got to see the smiles that he would give me, or like just notice the things that are on his head, or notice the way that his mouth curls whenever I like look at him a certain way or something, you know, and it was just so cool and so amazing to just see those little intricate details about him that I feel like no one else would ever see. And so that's how I feel it, like when I'm with him, I'm in the moment, I'm in that space of being present. But that's how I want to be with other people. That's how I want to be in my life, if that makes sense. Because just like I want to be able to see you as Christine. Like I don't want to just be like, oh, okay, she said that she's having a good day and just keep it moving. It's like, no, I know that Christine's not having a good day today. So you know what? I'm gonna go over and have I'm gonna go over and have a conversation with her and see, because in that moment you may really need someone to talk to. You know, and so it's just I enjoy now understanding what it means to be fully present, especially with people.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And I think it's important. That's where deep relationships take form also, because how can I go deeper with you if I don't see beyond? You know what I'm saying? Like if I don't look at your eyes and I could tell like, hey, there's something there. There's something there. You're hurting. You're happy. I could see it in your eyes. There's joy. What's going on? Like, am I present? Am I seeing you as a person and not just seeing your physical being kind of thing? So I found one of the quotes that I really liked was, being fully in the moment is unchained from the past and unafraid of the future. So when we're talking about fully being in the moment, that does not mean not to dream and focus on the future. Because, you know, everything that is good in God is going to keep moving forward. Even in our campaign that we're doing is we will run. You can't run and be still unless you're on a treadmill. And then if you're running on a treadmill, where you really going?
Right. Where you
what
going?
You do? Where you going? You better run.
You may lose a little weight, but I mean, you're going far.
You know, you doing something. But like even the we will run, what are you running towards? Just even thinking about the prodigal son coming back home, and the servants were right by the father and they ran towards like, what are we, just because we're in the present, in the now, doesn't mean that we're not looking to the future
and dreaming.
But the thing is, in the present, are we learning lessons? Almost like, I think Kimberly was the one that said it. Are we learning the lessons to keep pushing forward, to get us to that goal, to get us to that dream, to get us to that vision, right? Are we continuing to push forward? Are you truly living your best now?
Oh, that's a good question.
Are you living your best now? Ladies, are you living your best now? What does that look like for you to live your best now? Whatever it is that you're going through, you could even be going through a difficult time and still find things that can teach you to be better in the future, things that could teach you to be better tomorrow, right? Are you living your best now, right now? Are you noticing things that you could be learning? Are you asking God, literally, hey, God, what am I supposed to be learning in this struggle? What am I supposed to be learning through this difficulty? What am I supposed to be learning through this hard conversation that I'm having with this person? What am I supposed to be learning? And how could I use that to get me to the next level in my life? Are you living your best now, ladies? Are you living your best now?
Yeah, for me, honestly, I feel like yes, now I am living my best now because of the simple fact that I'm learning so much. I feel like my learning capacity has increased like no other this year. Well, from last year into this year. Just because I want to, like, I have a desire to learn more. Because before, I feel like, once again, I was stuck with like my past, what do we call it? Depression
of the past.
Depression of the past, where it's just like, I would just give up when I didn't know something. I would just be like, nope, I don't know it. So therefore I shouldn't be doing it.
Ooh.
If that makes sense. But now it's just like, no, I don't know it. But guess what? I'm going to go out, try to find a solution, figure out the solution to the problem. I'm going to go out and learn how to do this certain thing. And I know for me right now, I'm all about trying to have positive leadership.
Come on.
And so it's difficult. It's difficult moments, but yeah, that's where I am with that.
That's good. That's good. Ways to step into the present moment. Ladies, you may be looking for ways to actually step into your present moment because you're lost. You're at a loss. You're like, hey, I don't want the past to hold me back.
Yeah.
I don't want the fear of the future to hold me where I am, to keep me stagnant, and not noticing the learning curves and the beautiful things that I can learn in the present. I just wrote down, I think, 3 ways that you can literally ways to step into the present moment. Because a lot of you guys are not living in the present moment. You're living like so fast that you're not absorbing all the beauty that's just in your here and now. One of the ways I said is find lessons in the now. Every moment in your journey holds meaning. Every moment. Positive moments, negative moments.
All the moments.
Moments you want to cut somebody out, punch somebody in the face. Those are all moments that hold meaning, that you can grow from, that you can learn from, that you can develop and realize, oh my goodness, I never knew I thought that way, or that my thought process changed, or whatever the case may be. PT, how are you finding lessons in your now? What are you learning?
A lot of the things that I'm learning about myself is I tend to shut down when something doesn't go my way, or like I get frustrated and I shut down. And that doesn't help anybody, because at this point there's no solution. There's nothing that needs to be handled. Nothing's being handled. And so that's one of the things that I'm learning in my now is just being okay with life is going to be lifing. And that's okay.
It's okay.
But now it's time to get up and continue to move on.
Yeah, that's right. And there's even examples in the Bible where God literally used people's stories there now because he was getting them ready for their future. Like if you look at David as a shepherd.
Yes. He had no idea.
He out there just slinging stuff.
Yes.
Not knowing that his now in that moment was helping him for his future, that he's going to have to become king. He's going to have to kill Goliath. You know, he's going to have to be a warrior and somebody not afraid of danger, of lions, of bears, of
having that godly confidence.
Yeah. So what about Joseph? Joseph in prison.
The man was in prison.
The man was in prison, living his best life, still enjoying life.
Exactly.
Every time I remember that, I think of VeggieTales.
I didn't watch.
I watched VeggieTales growing up, so I think of VeggieTales, and he was having a gay old time in prison, just enjoying life, telling people about themselves, telling people about their dreams.
Right. And God's favor was still on him, even when he got put into prison.
But he was present in his now. Look at Esther in the palace.
Yeah,
she knew she wasn't supposed to go to the king. She knew that her head should have been chopped off. Chopped off.
Yeah.
But in her now, she found confidence. She was learning that God said, hey, I'm going to use you to use you for his glory, to make sure that the Israelites would not die and stuff like that. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize I said it like that. So hell on. My husband just called me out on something, y'all. Put the main camera on me so the people could see my face. Please. Let me rewind that. Let me rewind that for a second. I said Joseph was in prison having a gay old time. Oh. I didn't mean it like that. I did not mean it like that. Oh boy.
Yes.
Y'all forgive me. This is not no P. Diddy stuff up here. My bad. My bad, y'all. That's not where I went. I meant just a gay old, like he was
Like
having
a fun,
I was watching Veggie Tales, right?
Yes, he was
the term gay old Tom back in the days meant you were having a fun.
You were having fun, not sexually.
Not sexually.
Okay, people.
Gosh darn it. Can we
just
when
edit
you guys
that out.
just edit that, just delete that whole section. Let's just pretend
it didn't even happen.
We're gonna bring it back. Ladies in the comments, you better not say nothing. Okay. That is not what I meant to say.
Oh my goodness.
Oh Lord. Who said something? Put it on the screen for me.
Oh my goodness.
Put it on the screen. My bad, y'all.
Is that my mother? Oh my
Tanisha
goodness.
said, oh Lord.
She said only pastor.
Lord. Only. Oh Jesus. Give me a second, guys. Let me catch my. She said only pastor. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna skip this part. We have to point number two, trust in God's timing. Trust in God's timing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and speak on it. Just go for it.
For me, all about trusting God's timing. When, for example, when I first moved here, I had a whole job. It was great, right? Fantastic. Lord. But then I was like, okay, it's time for me to go somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And God was like, okay, you can go do that, or you can stay here and continue to be where you are. And I was just like, well, Lord, I don't know what to do. And he was just like, this is what you need to do. And I said, all right. Once again, didn't have a job anymore. Didn't know what I was going to be doing as far as money goes and all that stuff. But in perfect timing, I was able to get a job where I was part-time, but also able to work in ministry at the same time in the higher capacity. And so it was just so beautiful of where that has come from now. Mm-hmm. It's just like, okay, if I didn't really listen to God, if I was out here trying to do my own thing and go after money, I don't think that I would be the person that I am now. Like man, when I say I have truly developed into such, I'm just going to say a boss woman.
Come on. Yeah, you are.
It's like,
you could own it.
Yeah. Own it. But that's with the help of my community that I have here.
Yeah.
And God knew that. And so, yes, in the nick of time, he was just like, you need to stay here. And guess what? I'm going to provide for you at the same time. And I was like, okay, God.
Come on, God. Mm-hmm. But God.
Come on.
God is paving the way for what's next, even before we dream it.
I'm telling you.
Even before we dream it. Yes. Because I doubt David dreamed about being king.
Yes, because he was a shepherd. He was
with the little sheep. He was taking care of the little sheep. Yes. He ain't dreaming about
not even a little bit.
But God, you know what I'm saying? Even before we can dream it, God has already orchestrated and has allowed our now to be part of our journey and our story, right? Number 3, embracing the power of the present. Mm-hmm. The time is now. I'm not just going to wait. Ladies, stop just waiting. Just stop. If you have goals and dreams, stop waiting. Stop waiting. It's time to step out. It's time to do something about it. It's time to embrace and look at your now and say, what? I preached a sermon about that. Mm-hmm. What is in my hand? What can I do now that can help me for my goals and my dreams in the future? What am I doing in my now that will help me pursue all the dreams that I have? What am I doing in my now, in my present? And stop just waiting for things to happen over your life. Stop waiting and pursue it. Get rid of that fear. Move it out the way. Fear gone. Y'all, I wrote a book. I gave you resources. Get it on Amazon. Yes. Let the fear move out of the way so you can walk into everything that you need to do. Mm-hmm. What are you doing now to prepare for your future, Pastor Taylor?
Well, I know for me personally, I'm getting my finances in order.
Come on,
because I am ready to have a house. I'm ready to have a better car. I'm ready to just be able to do the things, because I'm just like, I'm about to go into my 30s, and that's the time to grind. That's the time to work hard so that I can have, a nice, whatever it is that my heart desires for me and my family. So I know that's where I am right now. Like in the now, what is it that we need to do right now so that we can get to the future, to our goals financially?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Come on, you working it out now.
Yes,
because you have future goals and plans. Ladies that are online right now, I want you to think about this question. What lesson is God teaching you in your current season that you might be missing. Because a lot of times we're missing the nugget. We're missing the goodness that's happening because we're too focused on what? The past, or we have the anxiety or the stress of the future that we're missing the beautiful nuggets. We're missing what's happening in the now that God is trying to teach us. Right? So I want you guys to think about that. What are you missing? What is God teaching you in this current season? Not what God taught you last week, right? Not what God will teach you this Sunday as you come to church and learn about the awe of God. No, I'm talking about right now, today, this very hour, your current season. What is God trying to teach you that you might be missing? Stop and ponder that.
Yeah. For me, I would just say that God is teaching me patience with myself, grace for myself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times I'm very hard on myself.
I know.
When it comes,
sorry,
when it comes,
I said that in the mic.
You did.
Okay, my bad. Go
when
ahead.
it comes to just the things that maybe I make a mistake, or maybe I feel as if once again things aren't going the way that I think that they should go.
Yeah,
I get down on myself so hard. I'm like, well, you should have done it this way. Why didn't you do it that way? Because, once again, in the past, you've done it this way before and it didn't come out the way that you wanted it to. So why would you think that it would
change this time?
Change this time. Or, okay, you tried it a different way and it didn't work. And it's just like, okay, well, I'm not going to try to do this again because I keep trying different ways and it's still not working. Once again, going back to that self-doubt, that's when the spiral starts to happen. It's just making sure I'm giving myself grace. And so sometimes I just have to take a pause and just say, Lord, I know you're still with me. I know that I'm still great. I know that I'm still a good mother. I'm still a good wife. I'm still a good executive pastor. I'm still a great friend. I'm still a great daughter. I'm still a great sister.
Come on.
And really just allow God to speak into me that way and just say, yeah, baby girl, you got it.
You got it. You are good. Come on. That's awesome. You are good. You got it. Yeah. I'm proud of you because I got to see a lot.
Yes, you've been knowing me for a while now.
Yeah. But ladies, come on. Let's not just sit in the present moment without realizing that God is teaching us lessons and God is preparing us for our future and God is preparing us for our dreams and God is preparing us for our visions. So let's not just sit in the now because we're chained to the past. Let's not sit in the now because we're afraid of the future, but learn the lesson in the now to elevate you for your future, to elevate you to your goals, to get you to where you're supposed to be, right? Let me see some comments. Let me see some comments. Carly said, patience and living in the now. Come on. Being obedient, asking for help, more intimacy with him, with God. Yes. What else is there? Ooh, being obedient.
Amen.
That's so good. That's a big one.
Yes, it is big because a lot of the times we don't want to do as God has said, but also who God has put in authority over us, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the times we don't want to do whatever it is that they're saying. Because for me, once again, going back to this,
speak on it. Go ahead.
Of I know that God has put you and Pastor Muta, over me as my pastors. But a lot of the times you guys say stuff to me and I'm like, I'm not going to do that because I think that's silly. And then God's like, hello, aren't you submitting to them? Didn't you say that they are your pastors? And so, yes, it may be challenging. Yes, whatever it is that they have to say. But at the end of the day, they have your best interest.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, if you're not going to be obedient, guess what? You can be upset when things don't go your way, when things aren't going the way that you thought they should go because you weren't obedient in the first place. So yeah, that's a big one.
Your best now is your right now.
Come on.
Right? Like you have to live in the moment. You have to live in the moment, plan for the future and know that it's going to be amazing and great. Y'all hear me? Live in the moment. Absorb it all. Enjoy it all. Pursue it all and get to where you need to be.
Yeah.
for God's glory, because he has more for you. He has so much more for you.
And living in the moment is different from YOLO. You only live once. Okay? No. Living in the moment is you living with structure, with intention towards the goal that you have. You living only once, you do some crazy things when you have that mindset, dangerous things. And so making sure that you understand being present, being in the moment is, like you said, all about being intentional.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Ladies. You guys are awesome. It was so, as I said, we always start our day with God. We end our day with God. And I'm glad that you guys ended your day with us. Yes. Just a reminder, put it in your calendars right now. We on for Tuesdays at 8:00. Every Tuesday at 8:00, we come here and we gather together and we grow together. Because I know God has more for you, and whatever he's going to pour down on me, I'm going to share it with you guys, because I believe that there's nothing I want to hold for myself. If I make it big and I do amazing stuff, I want to see every woman out there make it big and do amazing stuff, right?
Yes.
And so just a reminder, put it in your calendar, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Also, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and share this with somebody who you know has been living in depression of the past or fear of the future, that they're not doing anything. They're just in the middle of doing nothing. Share this with them. I pray that this will encourage them. Before we leave, Pastor Taylor, can you pray for us tonight?
Absolutely. God, I just thank you so much for each and every person that is watching online right now and the people that will be watching in the future. Lord, I just pray that you help them be in the moment. God, I pray that they are living in intention, that whatever dreams, goals that you have placed in their hearts, Lord, that they will embrace it, that they will not be stuck in the now because of the things that may have stopped them in the past. Lord, I pray that all the wounds, all the trauma that they've experienced, Lord, that you will use that. You will use that so that they can be the best person for you and your kingdom, Lord. And so I just thank you again for this time that we've been able to have on this podcast. And it's in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. Ladies, you were meant for more.
Come on.
You were built for more. So don't forget to be bold, be strong, and be brave. Later.